it won't be too loud in my video, like some people were complaining. But anyway, so let's get right into it. So over here, I have my famous tool set actually that I would recommend anybody to get. This is used for a lot of things. You can see there's all the different funny bolts and that you need to loosen, screws. But anyway, then we have a wire over here that is going to be needed, pliers. So basically maybe I don't need to speak and you can just look. But when you make something to eat, food, whatever it is you're cooking, you have to follow a recipe, and the recipe describes how everything is going to, what the end result is going to be. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to diagnose this toaster over here and figure out also how it works, and yes, hopefully we can fix the problem. So firstly what we're going to do now, okay, so let's start over here. So basically we're diagnosing the toaster, and the problem that we have is when you push this down to grab the bread hole, you see it's very tight, and obviously there's definitely something wrong there. We're going to explain the workings of that obviously. Then we also just want to show you the back of it. Obviously we just took the front cover off, and then this is just the bottom cover and the main unit over here. Also over here we can see that this is the original clip that came on the one side. I hope you can see everything, but anyway, and this pushes, when you push down the front part over here, and then it will basically push this down to heat on the one side the one element as well, so both elements. So basically you can see on this side that the one clip broke inside there, so that's a problem we have on this side. So in other words, we need another one of this, okay, from the original. So that is obviously where the wire comes into play, because I want to show you the different textures of the wire and things. And yeah, so we actually have another one that we made from wire, which is this one over here, but we will get right into that. But for now I am first gonna go ahead and just get this thing moving smoothly here, because by doing that I'm gonna go to my Dremel. And I was just thinking also that this thing is made in China, and nowadays everything is made in China. Not that I have any problem with it, but we just need to embrace. But also I was thinking, what is not made in China is your personality, your character, integrity and dignity. That is made in you. So I actually have my Dremel 3000 here that I'm going to use with attachment, and I'm going to choose one of my grinding bits, mini bit, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to use this to obviously just clean a little bit of this, because you can see how rusted it looks over there, So just clean that a little bit, get it to move smoothly. So also now what I'm going to do is I have this over here. You always need a cloth with you for whatever reason, You just want to keep things clean and so on, your hands as well. But I have this over here. So you can see this is WD-40 is a very famous lubricant can of spray. It's used for a lot of things. I want to try and keep the video kind of short. So like I was saying, that basically this WD-40 is used for a lot of things. For any squeaks, anything that needs a little bit of lubricant, like in a situation like this, it would be perfect. Sometimes you can just spray things on there and it will fix the problem or get it moving. But you want to clean it first and make it nice. Remove the rust obviously and so on. But also that's why the olive oil next to it. You're probably wondering why is that over there. But it's there because we are not going to use this actually today, which is the ideal thing, and I would recommend you using this. Get you this because you can use it for anything. So basically that and the set of this is what I recommend so far. I'm going to give you this because you're going to also need this as well. But okay, maybe not. In other words, let's go back to, so the reason why I'm not going to use this is because it's obviously bread food that we're going to be dealing with, and you don't want to work with any chemicals, chemicals or whatever is going to be, Yeah, so the reason why we are not going to use this is because we're obviously going to be making bread in your food, and you don't want to use anything related to other chemicals or strong car stuff or whatever. So that's why we're gonna use actually just normal oil, cooking oil, and we're just gonna put a little on the shaft there so that it can be moved nice and freely. You see what I like about the Dremel also 3,000 that is. You either turn your head or I turn the camera, you decide. Anyway, so I'm gonna use this bit over here, and the reason being is because I wanted to. Let me just move this out of the way here so we have some more space. We can use that later on. So I'm obviously going to have to go into fine spaces, and that's why I think that's going to be perfect. So yeah, so back to the Dremel. Why I actually like it a lot is because it has a variable speed setting. So you can either go nice and simple, which I think is perfect. You don't really need anything hectic than that, you know. It's just to get rid of that small rust, that top layer, polish it in a sense. But I always want to show you the top speed would obviously be, you know, which I think is quite ridiculous. Silence is golden, eh? So I'm using a white shirt, guys. My whole idea is to see how many videos I can make in it and keep it clean. I think that would be a nice challenge, don't you guys think? Sometimes you must just be quiet and let the fingers do the talking. So you obviously want to try and get right around these shafts to remove all that rust. You know, sometimes you honestly don't know what you're doing until you come to the end result and everything works out fine, or, you know, I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from, but I'm just joking, guys. You need to make calculated decisions with anything you do in life. You don't want to cost yourself a fortune, you know, in making a simple mistake, which could have been overcame or overcome if maybe just did a lot of research and just had to understand how a tape measure works, or yeah, you get where I'm going. In some sense, it's quite easy already, you see. So in that sense, you start to smile already because maybe things are making sense after all. Anyway, guys, I think I should be quiet. You guys can let me know in the comments and so on what you guys think, and should I talk more or should I just be quiet and let you guys enjoy some ASMR. I don't actually know what it means though. Maybe someone could correct me and tell me what the acronym stands for. Or should I just be like a normal person and go to Google? But I choose not to do that. I choose to interact, you know. I think everything in life should be a calculated decision. You know, sometimes I need to forgive you what is playing because you might just be joining in any part of the video, and this I always listen to the radio. I believe in my station 947 Joburg, but I'm from Cape Town, by the way. But sometimes they can also play some things like this, eh? But let's see what the next one plays, and let's hope for something good. So I'm just giving this thing a little bit of a clean here quickly because I'm sure you guys noticed that in the video and you're not liking that. But you know, I always believe that when you clean afterwards. First fix the thing, whatever it is that's broken, and then you do the proper cleaning later on. So now I'm just gonna clean it a little bit so that you guys will look a little bit better for you guys in the video. You know, some of you guys are probably gonna have a problem with OCD and so on. You know. But anyway, so where was I? So I always say fix it first before you do the final cleaning, because if you can't fix it and it's definitely broken and so on, then you immediately just throw it away. You know, you didn't waste your time on cleaning, because cleaning can take time, and it can take, depending on how clean you want it, I guess it can take quite a long, hours. You know, so I'm gonna leave it as is for now and just carry on and get it fixed firstly. You know, you can never go wrong with Old Faithful. So this allows me to get in this fine spot here, you know. I think I also have a little OCD with regards to cleaning and so on. I like things to be clean, in order, you know. So I'm actually quite happy at the moment. Things are looking good, because if you can have a look at this, which was very extremely tight when we started off, just want to get the right angle so I don't have to take another take, you know. But we can see here it's very much flexible. So I'm going to show you the next amazing part that I want to actually show you guys with regards to the circuit board, and this is what you learn when you take things apart. It's just an amazing concept what we have right here. So this whole thing is working on magnetism. I was going to say magnets, but the proper term is magnetism. So if it can focus nicely, I'm not sure if it's going to do that, but okay, anyway. So we have one over here and one on the other side, and underneath the lever that we're pulling down, you see, when you pull it down, you have this moving down. And what happens is, on this toaster specifically, I'm sure because it's a Russell Hobbs, you know, they had to be so extreme, you know, but this was amazing just finding this out when I opened it. So what happens is the magnet switches on or so on, and when it comes down, it comes to a point when it actually touches, or it doesn't matter if it touches, but it's just there or so on, a space, but basically that is what holds it there. And once the time is finished, it shoots it back up. So there's one on each side. Here you can see the other magnet, and you can see the other part on this side of the magnet. So magnet always have a north and a south, but now obviously these are electrical magnets, so yeah, let's not dive into that. That's a story for, or let me rather say, another video for another day. So you can see the side is same as you push it down. So this is now also what I'm noticing here is the ones that you can obviously put two sides of bread in first, or two slices, and then only this one will go down, you see. But the minute you put that, so you don't push two levers down when you initially begin. You see, maybe you're a little bit confused here. Is the things on here like we started off, and if you have only two slices that you want to make, you'll put it in this one, and when you push it down, only that one goes down. But when you put the four slices in, and on the four slices you push this lever, and you see both goes down, because of the whole mechanism that happens here. Joins the two, you see. So there's no need for you to put four in and push two down and look like a clown. Okay, so over here we have the, just get the light on. We have the original one that came off on the one side. This is obviously to keep the element down on the one side. Not sure if you guys can see anything happening there. Okay, there we go. We have that one moving over there. Anyway, so that is to bring that element down over there. So you can see the one broke off on the one side, and that is the problem we have on this side of the toaster. So this is definitely a stainless steel. It's quite a hard steel, because we can see there that it doesn't bend easily when you try and bend it. So that is where this steel comes into play, as well as this steel and this over here, which I just found that we could see what will help for us. And so yeah, let me tell you, this one is obviously not going to work. It's way too thick, so we just chuck it aside. This one over here is not going to work because it's a bit too thin again. But this is the same type of material that this is made of, which I think is stainless steel. This is definitely stainless steel, because this steel over here, a special steel, because this is used to remove the windscreens from cars. It's used to remove the Sikoflex, whereas you will move it back and forth to basically cut through the Sikoflex. In other words, the heavy duty silicone. So if you don't use that steel and you use normal steel like this, which is very ductile, you can just bend it quickly and it bends, if I try and bend that, you saw it's difficult. This steel basically, when you move it back and forth like it gets a lot of heat, and that is why that one can get resisted a bit, but this one it will break every time you just move it twice, thrice, it breaks, and you will see this is definitely cannot do windscreens with us. But also this will work for us in our application because it is the same model, is the same signal, a little bit bigger, but we're going to use it and we're going to see if it works for us. Otherwise we will obviously have to make another plan. Obviously going to use this steel, cut a piece off there and make one like this using this tool over here again, which is nice and small, to just bend it into shape. And I actually did do that for you guys. There we can see we have the original versus the fake, or the majat, like they say, I don't know, but anyway, now we're gonna obviously test it in the toaster and let's hope it works. Then we are nearly done. Okay guys, so this is a broken piece. Here is the original piece and we can see it is in now. So if I'm gonna move it down on the one side, you can see what happens over there. Pushes the lever down, which activates the switch, and you can see the switch is those two contacts over there just making contact. So this is the majat, or the fake part that I made. You can see it's working perfectly fine. It's pushing it down, that contact is being made. So let's hope that we fix this thing and we can put it together, or rather just assemble it shortly and test it. But now we can do the final cleaning afterwards. What I also want to show you is that this over here is basically the switches. You can see the switches and also the turn knob, which is for the main cover to adjust the temperature as to, or the timer rather, how long you want it to be in there for, and also to defrost the bread as well as to inject it at any point when you want. So let's put it together, fingers crossed, and let's hope that we solve this together. So what was also noticed is that this broken piece must have come from somewhere. Now you must know, whenever you are busy fixing something, no matter what it is, and you find pieces laying around, always find out, try at least, where it comes from. And by that way you can determine if it's needed or if it's not, but chances are it will always be there for a purpose. So this small piece over here basically broke off from this part over here. So I need to fix that somehow, glue it on there, because why? There's a purpose for it, and that purpose is to hold this board in place so that we can defrost our bread and inject it. So now, you know, everything in life sometimes I feel happens for a reason. I'm actually standing at this point because I had to go and get these things for you guys. So super glue, your normal Chinese shop, and this is Q-bond. So we have Q-bond, and this one it's filling and reinforcement powder. So this one is for, if you can see there, we have it for bumpers, grills, fairings, radiators. So basically plastic. This one is for aluminium and metal surfaces, grey plastic surfaces. Basically grey and black. It doesn't basically mean what they basically serve the same purpose, but the one is black and the other one is grey. So obviously we're going to use black here because we want it to match, and let's hope this solves that problem, and then we are finally done with everything and we can test it. I'm going to adjust it a bit lower so that you can see closer to what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use the super glue first in order to just hold it intact. So always use the needle that is given with the super glue to poke the hole in the top. with the rest of the super glue. Let's not waste. Let's try and do something over here. I'm just gonna use a piece of packet to I normally do this with the silicone, or those tubes that you use, the guns, and it normally helps. But super glue is such a strong compound, it's sometimes it burns right through the packet, but yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. But if it does, then I guess we have more super glue, but no need, we have another container here. Okay, so now we're just gonna give that time to sit quickly, and then we're gonna determine the outcome, and hopefully we can give you a test and show you how everything is working perfectly fine. Now, next thing what we could do is we can go and Google and see how much a toaster like this costs. I don't know what they would ask for the repairs that was done, but now you have obviously learnt that for free, and hopefully this would help you to fix your toaster. You can let us know what toaster you have and so on. We can assist you on that, only if you obviously like and subscribe to our channel, and I can guarantee you that we will be fixing a lot of things. So always give your most prized possessions another opportunity to live its life out. I'm just trying to get the balance correct here for you guys, because I'm ready to assemble this thing. Super glue, the nice thing about it is it doesn't take long to set, so that should be good. Now let's clean the table nicely a little on my piece of plank that I have over here from offcut from one of the clients, my jobs that I've done. If you look at my other videos on YouTube, we do cupboards as well. So now I'm going to put everything nicely together and do a test. So firstly I'm going to put the top bottom in nicely and just get the cable through. You don't want to put everything together completely, because you don't know what kind of mistakes and so on you might run into, and then you have to take everything apart again. So just assemble it to as close as can be. You see, I'm already now figuring out when did I open this thing. It's always a problem when you have too many things to do. So I'm going to put this thing in like this. Okay. So whenever you do take something apart, please try and fix it as soon as possible before you forget how you took it apart. I'm just trying to get a nice focus here or something for you guys so that you guys can see better. Okay, let me get right to it. I think the content or the viewing, how good you can see, shouldn't matter, as long as you can visualize. You get the point by now. Anyway, let's carry on. So this thing just pops out over here, which I'm going to pop out now, and then I'm going to just put this into that part that we fixed. So let's see how that goes in there. What I need to do though is I need to get this knob off here, and that you can just clip off. There's two clips on the inside. That is where I need to get my secret pliers to go in. But here we go, we got it out. So sometimes you just don't, this camera thing becomes a problem because you want to get done with the job as soon as possible. But now you want to create nice content, so it's like I need to show you guys everything. There we go. Okay, so let's get this thing in here. Okay, something maybe we need to switch it around. Nope. Okay, what happened is I think someone is super obligating the green over here. Let's just clean that out a little. Shadow. What does shadow mean, guys? Okay, we are in. We are in, we are locked and loaded. So now we are going to just do the next part, which is what, guys? What is the next part? Let's put this big thing over here in, and then we are just going to now clip this part in over here that we took out earlier. Here we go. And now get the switch thing. Obviously get that in there. Okay, so let's see that switch. It looks right. Looks right, guys. Just wiggle it a bit. Okay. Oh no. Don't tell me I dirtied my white shirt. Let's hope not for future videos, otherwise I will have to stop making content, guys. So be careful, the switch has a knob on there, and then obviously the knob can be turned over here, so we need to make sure that we don't know what position we're on now, So let's turn it all the way down with our very small screwdriver. We basically turn it to min. There's a min and there's a max. Let's take it to min. Okay, that is min. So now what we will do is we will just put the knob point on. There we go. And that should be perfect. Let's put the top part, the back, underneath part, the foundation. The foundation is always important. Imagine a house without foundation. Let's just test it out, guys. Let's put this over here. The knobs I'll put on. I can clean it for you guys if you guys are now not happy, This will do the trick in the meantime. But like I say, when you are fixing something, you don't want to clean it because it will just, oops. You see what can cause when you clean, when you want to clean something nice and clean. So rather make sure it works first. Okay. I think the OCD is starting to kick in, guys. So this needs to be on top, obviously, because you want your hand to grip. What do you think, guys? Should it be at the bottom because you only use your thumb on top? Or, now that is where you look on the other side. Luckily we have this on here, but now the OCD kicks in again. So this side is just a dummy. It's just to make it look nice. There's no need. I know on some other, maybe other toasters that you have to push it on both sides, I don't know, but not with this one, So this one will fit on there, obviously, like it is on that side. Push it in nice and deep. This is obviously just a test run. We're still going to clean it nicely for you guys, and we will send a video, put another video on for that. So let's see if it goes down smoothly, nice and easy. That's nice. Does the other side also work?
How to fix a RUSSELL HOBBS toaster.
Everything is working fine in there, guys. You can see both is going down. That one is going down. So now the ultimate test is going to be to plug it in. So let's hope that we actually fix this thing and everything is working fine. Like we need to, I have to actually fix everything here because things is coming loose. So let me just see. Yeah, let's put 2 screws in to hold it in place, because otherwise things is going to move out of proportion and we don't want that. So I'll put one screw in. Always go to the corners. Corners should be fine. Put one on that side. You see, you always have to make sure you have the right fitting for the screw that you're using as well. Each screw uses a different kind of you see the thickness of the heads. Okay, this two is the same. So this one is clearly it seems fine. It seems fine. So let's carry on. Okay guys, and there we go. Fine, I have it fixed now. Let's plug it in and let's see what happens. Right? Fingers crossed guys, please wish me luck at this point. So here with this, firstly, you don't mess with it and you don't touch wires and stuff like I did previously, because this is a normal plug, it's COM power, 220 volts, and it's AC current, which means alternating. So the current moves back and forth, which can run through your body back and forth, which can cause you to shock severely. So let's see, everything is plugged in. Do we maybe start with pressing some buttons and seeing if, okay, nothing is happening over there. I think it needs to go down first. I'm starting to get nervous here guys. Let's push it down and see what happens. And there we go. That one locks in position. The light goes on to defrost it. Let's see if we can inject it. It does inject. Let's see if we push the second one down, if both goes. It works perfectly fine guys. It goes down, both goes down. If I can show you again. It goes down, it locks in position. You can see the elements. We have 1, 2, oops, I just pushed on the button by mistake. So you can either, that is why it's magnetic guys. So you can push it down like that. You can even lift it up by the head itself. You see, it won't damage anything because it is magnetic. So you see there, all of them are working perfectly fine. It's 2, 4, 6, 8 elements guys. 8 elements. So we actually fixed everything. And there you have it guys. A Russell Hobbs toaster fixed. I need to try and find a way to make the video shorter for you guys. But you can see what all went into it. And how nice. Music 947 all the way with us, eh? Please do join us again. If we chose to use something else instead of the super glue with the Q-bond, we could have used something called Steenfas. This is great things guys. You can use this for anything. It's a must for irrigation, farming, engineering. You can see everything over there, eh? Mine repairs and boards and steel, aluminium, copper. It's resistant to fresh water, seawater, brake fluid, petrol, diesel, acids, corrosion and anti-erosion. You see, this is great stuff guys. You can use this for anything. I would recommend this. So carry on. Please like and subscribe to our videos and our things so that we can keep making content. And we will show you guys how to save money and fix whatever is broken.
Fix.